never guess where I am. I mean, there are perks to getting up early in the morning. Scotty Hughes at RideLights.com. I'm having to speak a little quiet because they're starting to do all of the morning shows right now that are going on. But I wanted to show you, and I got special permission from Chairman Priebus and others to actually be able to show you how awesome this floor is going to look, because tomorrow it will open up and the party will start. Now, right now on the floor right now, you've got Chuck Todd's show going on NBC, CNN, you've got their main show. You've got a lot of big shows going on. You've got the lights going on. A lot of excitement right now as these last minute preparations are going on. And the questions are, what state do you think is the most favorable to the RNC? Who do you think is that prime spot guaranteed that's going to get you on television and possibly get you the best shot of the speakers this week? They've released the role of speakers, some great people, some non-traditional, some of the people that have been great in golf and wrestling, in sports. So the question is, what state do you think ranked the favorable? Now, in past, this is all about, this is the main job, honestly, of a state party chairman, is to get the best seat for his delegation. And some work better than others. Obviously, states like maybe Wisconsin, that has Chairman Priebus, I think they're probably going to get some good seats. And then there's other states that might not be so good and Republican, that might be kind of towards the back. Now, along with trying to get these types of seats, you also want to get good hotels. The best hotels right now that are close by, those go to places like Wisconsin and New York and Texas. States that didn't behave so well as Republicans, you're about 2 hours out if you get lucky. I joke, some states are even in Kentucky. But, so you guys want to see what the hall looks like? This is incredible. They've done a phenomenal job. And so let me show you. Ready? The great unveiling. Ta-da! It's amazing. So over there you've got CBS is doing they're about to start their morning, Sunday morning show. Everybody's here's talking. It's funny to watch who all is actually out on the speaker circuit this morning. Sean Spicer's been very popular. Reince Priebus is making the rounds. John Kerry actually showed up. And this is an interview I've been told you do not want to miss. John Kerry on my own network, CNN. He says some very controversial things about ISIS, that if you have a child in the military, you're going to want to watch this, because I don't agree with what he said, what's going on. So John Kerry's making their rounds around here. So it's really interesting to see Republicans and Democrats right now making their rounds, kind of trying to steal the narrative, make sure that everybody's talking. But so the states, we got the Alabama at the top, obviously New York, who Mr. Trump considers to be his home state, on the 50-yard line, front and center. Right behind it's going to be Florida, and then Tennessee, because, in my opinion, Tennessee behaves. On the other side, you have Connecticut, West Virginia, Oregon. You kind of keep going. Utah and Arizona. And I'm a little questioning the Arizona. I don't know why they're kind of farther back, but Utah is in the back right there. And Arizona, Guam, Nebraska. Now, one state that feels a little slighted today, going with it. You've got Texas. Texas, oddly, I think it's because it's such a large delegation, is almost to the middle back on the other side. It's kind of behind Iowa. And I think it's honestly because they are kind of one of the bigger groups, obviously. Met a lot of great Texas delegates here. Met your one of your lieutenant governors. Just some phenomenal people that are obviously from Texas. Here we are in Ohio. Do you want to know where Ohio is? No, they're not that far back. But Ohio is way back in the corner. Like, I could zoom in. And it's very much like, I think a lot of people are upset at John Boehner for having us, come to it. Now, Cleveland has been phenomenal outside. And I'm going to just kind of keep this out here so you can kind of see what's all going on, all the hustle and bustle that's happening. And as they're doing these last minute preps and practicing, and they're going to have people coming in and standing and pretending that they're their different speakers so they can get the lights right. I think it's interesting that you've got, you go up at top. Now remember, this was the same location that you had one of the first debates were in back a few months ago, back in Cleveland, that kind of started this whole thing. It was the Fox debate, some of the great contentions that came out of it. Yeah, see hi. See, there's a great mirror. There's the platform. CBS is holding the pool this year. So all of your feeds that you're going to see of speakers are going to come from a single camera system, which is CBS, that will be providing it to all the networks. So you would not have 100 cameras around here. So Ohio is in the very back, which is very odd. A couple people are very, very upset. In Ohio, here is the home host state, and they're in the very back. Well, that's usually a place that's reserved up front. A lot of people say that's because of John Boehner, Kasich. This is the reason, this is the wheeling and dealing, and so it'll be interesting to see in the end. Now, up at the top, there was an official press release that went out. I think they said something like 350,000 balloons have been blown up for the big finale on Thursday, the big balloon drop that everybody waits for. Those are already blown up and tied to the ceiling. So, hopefully they've got more than just hot air in them that keeps them going for an entire week. But like I said, you've got MSNBC and NBC, CNN, and all sort of. Good morning to all of you guys. It's a great week. I hope you're excited about the RNC. Are you going to be watching the RNC this week? And let me ask this question. What do you want to see? What are something that you think is going to happen, and what do you think is not going to happen? One of the speakers that people are kind of wondering about right now, Senator Ted Cruz will be joining him. What kind of speech is he going to give? Is he going to give kind of a kumbaya speech? Or is he going to actually give one of those that, is more just, all about me? I think he's going to kumbaya. We've had a great week. We've gotten through all the platforms. Trump campaign, the RNC feels very, very happy because everything that they were talking about, they were able to get through. And, outside security is ridiculous. This morning, we all showed up at 5 o'clock to go on air at 6 o'clock. They were supposed to finish security sweeps. We did not get in until 6:30. The morning New Day show and CNN, we were all out there, and they had to run other programming. So security is extremely tight. Nobody's above the law here. Hint, hint, Hillary. And they're making sure there's literally layer after layer of layer. Badges galore. I mean, I have more badges to get around on day one, and it hasn't even started yet. They are checking them. But what's another fun thing, and I'm hoping to be able to take you guys to this, is you've got, obviously we've heard protesters, Black Lives Matter, other groups like that, but we also have 1,000 bikers coming in. And that's what I'm excited to. I met the guy yesterday that's heading it up, and I'm hoping tomorrow I can take you out. There's 1,000 bikers. 1,000, I guess, hogs are coming in, and they're going to be, kind of happy about it, very happy about it. These guys are convicted, and they're here to make sure that peace and law is abided by here in Cleveland, Ohio. So it's going to be good morning, North Florida. Good morning, all of you. I have to tell you, we have some amazing people. That's one of the great things about coming to one of these conventions is you do meet good Republicans, good conservatives, and whether they were not behind the candidate in the first place, I have to tell you, they're all ready to go. I will be very surprised if there's any dissension, and it's very much a minor group, I think, that's trying to make it look out to be that they're bigger than they are. Everybody I've talked to is excited. They know that our end game is we cannot let Hillary Clinton win the White House, and that is the biggest priority on this one. So it is going to be one fun party. Now, a vote I want you to watch, and this is a big one. Tomorrow, I talked to Corey Lewandowski. Remember that famous Corey? He's heading up the New Hampshire delegation. The vote tomorrow to move the New Hampshire primary. There's also going to be a vote to move the Iowa caucus as well. That's going to be interesting. They want to rearrange the election calendar, and if that's a good idea or not. So I want you to think about that. It'll be interesting to see exactly if we're able to reorganize. Do you think that it will help or hurt our election process to reorganize it? So live from the RNC, things, like I said, are starting to get really geared up. I just wanted, because you guys are Right Alert viewers, I want to make sure that you get, before anybody else, you kind of get to see the lay of the land. And if I come across anything else that I just think that you have to see of, I will say, I will take a little walk here. Let's walk. I hope I don't make you dizzy. Let's go over here. This is a very interesting part. There's, most things are electronic, so you're going to see, different things that are moved across. But there's one steadfast sign that is permanent. Make America great again. That constant theme, no matter what. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that, and we're going to do that with your help. So thank you for watching rightalerts.com. This is Sunday morning. I'll be back on, I get to go talk about media bias. So who knows how that's going to happen. Media bias right afterwards at 11 o'clock Eastern on CNN. Tune in, and thank you guys for watching. Have a great and blessed Sunday.